animal shelter, and adoption.
Yeah.
Tom, we allow 3 minutes for you to speak, and then you can ask questions.
Okay, you give me a thumbs up about 3 minutes,
I'll give you-
I'll
yeah.
shut her off. I've been up to the animal shelter about 4 or 5 times, and after the 2 times I went and called the mayor there, Jack, and he said, oh, they ain't no problem, they'll get you a dog. And I said, okay, so I went back to the animal shelter another 2 times, and they just tell me, no, I can't have no dog. And that's the way it is. And they said, you ain't getting no dog. I said, you just turned me down, right? Yes, you're turned down, you ain't gonna get one. So I said, okay, thank you. And I left after about 4 times, 4 tries. Now that's your policy. Whatever your own animal shelter policy is, you're looking at live experience in it. I mean, I've been at it now for over a week, maybe 2 weeks, trying to get an old dog. So, you know, I like to have one. That's my story.
Okay.
If you could help me out, if any of you's got any influence up there, I appreciate it. Jack's supposed to be in charge of it, and if you have any influence with Jack, then hell, he might help me out. Thank you all. I apologize for talking so loud, but I can't hear, and it's by hearing is why I talk loud. I don't mean to.
Tommy, hold on just a second. Tommy, you got a question? You got some questions?
Were you given a reason why you couldn't get a?
No, I asked for one too. I said, can you give me a reason why? She said, no. And I said, well, can you give me anything in writing saying what your denial policy is? And they said, no, don't have one.
Who'd you speak with?
Brenda and Patricia. Patricia is, I think her and Mike is in charge of the deal.
She's
It's
here
a
tonight.
$400,000 contract that the county's paying them.
She's
And,
here tonight. She's behind you.
Mr. Hickman, you've never spoken to me.
Right there she is then. Anyway, I've been talking to her back, or to her anyway, and I can't, I don't have no satisfaction. But Brenda, I think, I've been talking to her mostly, and she's the one behind the counter up there. And I think maybe I was talking to her through to you. You was a third party or something.
I've never spoken to you, but I did hear the conversation that you had with Lisa on Friday. And she explained to you that we don't adopt out to outside homes or homes that are gonna chain a dog or keep them outside. So you came in today and did a new application and said you weren't gonna keep Stella outside, you wanted to keep her in your house, correct?
That took place last week sometime.
Friday, yeah, Lisa
I
called
did
you
it, I
on
also did it
Friday.
again today,
You
just
came
to
in
make sure. But I also did it last week 2 or 3 times.
on Friday, Lisa explained to you that your application had been denied because you planned to keep Stella
There's
outside.
no place on there where you have to keep that dog. I filled that paper out correctly. And if I didn't, you let me know what I did wrong on it.
We don't adopt to outside or chained homes.
Well, how do you know that's where?
That's when we ask, or if you tell us, then we know.
Well, no, I've changed my mind since then. That was 2 weeks ago. And
Okay.
they're still telling me no.
Okay. All right. So Tricia, what you're saying is if he keeps the dog, his application says he's keeping the dog inside.
He changed his story on Friday when Lisa told him that we don't adopt to outside homes. And we do have cameras in our lobby. Everything is recorded. He was informed that we don't adopt to outside homes, and that was why the adoption application was denied. He did come back in today at 4 o'clock and he put in another application. He did say he changed his mind, that he was gonna keep the dog inside. And Brenda did tell him that she would have to have it approved or disapproved because that is our policy. And he said, well, I'm not keeping it outside anymore, I'll keep it inside. And she said, you just changed your story just to get the dog because you know the requirements. And he said he was coming down here, so.
Okay.
We do not adopt to outside homes. We've been through this before. When dogs are chained and they're outside, we end up getting them right back in worse condition than they were when we gave them. So FCCA's policy is unless it's a working dog or a farm dog, you know, something that's outside and has a job, then we don't adopt to homes that are gonna chain or put their dogs outside the kennels.
Okay, Tommy?
Her hotel is bull. Everything she said is bull. I went up there and I talked to that girl, and she says, no, you're not getting a dog, period. And whatever she said there, you know, like, oh, we do this, we do that, that's bull.
Okay.
Can he get the dog?
No,
What if he changed her mind? My mind changes all the time, mostly when I talk to my wife.
there are personal things that I'm not gonna air here,
Okay.
that occurred at the shelter. We also have cameras on the porch.
Okay.
So it's probably not a good idea to discuss it here, but.
Well, I think if
we will
it's
not.
about me, it should be disclosed, because I'm the issue. And I don't care, I like to have it disclosed if I've done something in the lobby or outside. That's what she's insinuating,
I'm not,
and I'm on camera.
you were on camera, you just said everything that I said was bull. It's not.
It is bull.
You've never spoken to me until just now, till I was walked in here today.
Well, there's somebody imitating you up there, baby.
You've never spoken to me, sir.
That's enough, guys. So you're saying that he cannot stop?
No.
I like to know why, Mayor, or,
Sharon?
I mean, you should give me a reason, surely the hell, you give me a reason.
Our contract with the county, paragraph 23, says that shelter operations, discretionary animal rescue operations, and all non-law enforcement animal control operations, and lessee FCCA, shall be solely responsible for and in control of all animal shelter operations, animal rescue operations, and non-law enforcement animal control operations. Campbell County officials shall refer all such inquiries and communications to lessee FCCA for its information and response to any public entities or private entities or private persons regarding such operations. Those adoptions have nothing to do with this commission. That's not their job. That's my job. That's my
Yours,
organization's
that no matter
job.
what they say, it's no. right?
No, it is no. I will back my staff and I will back our policy.
There you go, Jack.
100%.
You have no say-so in it, Jack, and you're on the commission.
He does not. He's not in the animal shelter business anymore.
Okay. We're not gonna say all about it. Moving on, this morning,